Good morning, everyone. Midweek video with my coffee. I love that stuff. I don't know why I love Starbucks so much, but I do. Just great tasting coffee. Whether you go in and get it or it's out of the bottle, it's always great. But then again, my breakfast ain't that great. We got the old Speedway sausage, egg, and cheese griddle cake. Thing's still hot as hell. So, how's everybody doing? I hope great. Me and the build, yeah, we're still, we're not really, close acquaintances yet. I mean, things are going. I worked on it a little bit last night. I did find I had a whole nother stack of Vibraflex deadener in my tool room at home, so I'll put some more of that in there. But I'm probably not going to have carpet in this build. I'm just going to do deadener. Carpet, I think carpet can cost you, some dBs. I'm not sure. It's just going to be an old demo build anyway, but hell, we want to get it as loud as possible, right? I mean, that's what it's all about, is loud. So, anyway, speaking of the whole deadener and everything, can't even talk English this morning. I had a guy leave a comment wanting to know what preparations to take when starting, like a 160 dB build. What preparations to the cabin? Okay, fair enough. That's a good question. Deadener. If you're planning on that big of a system or that loud of a system, especially if you're going to demo and play lows, you want deadener. And deadener ain't deadener. Like, there's two kinds of deadener pretty much. There is Beetle deadener, which is your regular crap like Kill Mat or whatever you get from Amazon. And it's just kind of like rubber, and it stays like rubber. Small systems, it's good, you put it on the back of your license plate to keep it from rattling, stuff like that. But if you're wanting to do a pretty big, nasty build, then that's where you definitely need to get into the Vibraflex. And there's basically, like, Sundown has the same deadener as the Vibraflex. The DefBonch Rigid. It has to say rigid at the end of it. Don't say rigid. It's just basically like Kill Mat. Only it looks better. Down for Sound deadener is pretty much just like regular deadener. I don't think that JP had gotten anything like a rigid yet. That is a must on a big build that's going to get nasty like that. It's going to be loud and violent and break stuff. And especially if you're doing a no wall, you really want to pack that deadener in them rear quarters and everything, because a lot of no walls, once you get over that 55, 57 mark, they start ripping the rear quarters and everything. So you definitely need a good deadener back there. And guys, I haven't found a better deadener than the Vibraflex. It's like, that stuff's kind of hard anyway, but after you heat it with the torch and, roll her down and everything, let her cool off, you can smack it with a hammer and you're not going to do nothing to it. And you're not going to do that with, like a Down for Sound deadener or a Kill Mat or whatever else, But the Sundown deadener, the DefBonch Rigid, and the old Vibraflex, they all get like asphalt solid or hardest concrete. But these are things that I would do in a big build. I would do the roof, definitely. If you're not going to do a wood roof, at least get some Vibraflex up there. Floor pans, rear quarters if it's a no wall. Basically, if you're doing a wall, everything in front of the guys, good God. Everything in front of that B-pillar that you can get some Vibraflex on, do it. If you can get in there to get a good amount of deadener on it, do it. All your little channels up through like here and in front of the windshield or behind the windshield, whatever. If you can fit spray foam in there, do it. And what I found out is get spray foam that is the smallest you can. Like small gaps, cracks, that's the stuff you want. You don't want that maximum expanding, because it's like you're putting a piece of styrofoam in there. You get the minimal expanding foam and it stays a lot denser. So definitely go that route. But these are things that you want to do if you're planning on doing a big build and you want to start it before you start to build. That is what I would do. Clean everything, put the deadener down, put multiple layers if you can, but just try to prepare for everything. Fill all your cracks and voids, everything to make that cabin more dense so it ain't gonna break as easy. And by making everything denser, you're gonna make everything louder. I really like wood roofs, but after using the Vibraflex, I would feel comfortable just Vibraflexing a whole roof. That stuff is pretty legit. And a wood roof is gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be thicker, probably. I don't even know. After using the Vibraflex, I'd say if you do like 2 or 3 layers of Vibraflex up there, it would probably be as strong as a wood roof. Reason I like having a wood roof, though, if you want to staple fur up, you can paint it to look pretty. Just all kind of different things. But reinforcement is key. A main thing to focus on, though, when you're doing a big build is electrical. But the question was just about what cabin mods to do. Deaden everything. It's pretty simple. Deaden everything you can. Remember things, like carpet can cost you some dBs. But if you got a daily driver, like I have a daily driver and I don't necessarily have carpet. Before I had carpet just draping my transmission tunnel and it stopped there. And then it just literally went into carpeted floor mats. I'm thinking about getting rid of the carpeted floor mats and carpet altogether and get me some like WeatherTech floor mats to put in the old Jeep and just leave it with that and Vibraflex on the floors. But these are just things you can do, kind of plan ahead. And what sucks is most of us never actually, we plan on doing these mods, but most of us just go ahead and build a wall and throw it in there, or a nasty no wall, and then try to do the mods later, which kind of sucks because it's harder to pull everything out when you're at that point. So me personally, this time doing this build, I actually have been getting some of this stuff knocked out while I was doing the build. I kind of did my wall, and then I went back and before everything was like done on the wall completed, I did put my Vibraflex on my floors and stuff like that. It's just the big asphalt torch really helps put that Vibraflex down, but I'm having to get a smaller torch, like a little MAP gas torch, to do up under the brake pedals and stuff like that, because that big torch will burn some crap. It has a lot of flame coming off of it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Just deaden and spray foam everything you can, especially if you have a no wall car. Definitely get them rear quarters with some Vibraflex, the rear doors, the roof, the rear hatch. I'll be honest, guys, no wall cars destroy shit way worse than wall cars do. If you have a good wall and it is sealed off really good at the B-pillar, you're just destroying everything in front of the enclosure. From B-pillar forward, you're going to destroy stuff. No wall cars, they don't care. They destroy everything in the car. Because for it to work properly, that port's firing back into your hatch. And then it's just coming around and it's taking out rear quarters, rear doors, like everything. If you have a wall and it is sealed off good, there is no reason you should damage anything behind the B-pillar, because if it's sealed off properly, nothing back there is going to flex a whole lot. If you are flexing stuff back there, then you've kind of did a poor job sealing off your wall. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to eat my breakfast sandwich and go to work. Peace out, and as always, guys, base on.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.